Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Paul, aka the guy who thought we wouldn't get any Thor pictures, but we've got them in, and the puns are even worse than ever. Now, this video we're just going to be breaking them all down, but if this is your first time here, then make sure you subscribe to the channel, as we do videos like this every day, and we're also giving away some cool prizes to people just like you that I'll tell you more about at the end of the video. Now up top, I have to say how excited I am for this movie, as I absolutely love Taika Waititi's work on Thor Ragnarok and think he's just the perfect person to take the character in lots of crazy different directions. Filming for the upcoming movie has been going on for some time, but everything's been kept under wraps, and it's only today that we've got our first look at the film. The blockbuster is currently being filmed in Australia, and it's actually part of the federal government's $24.1 million location incentive grant. Due to COVID and everything that's going on, it is kind of difficult to get sets rolling, so I'm really happy that they've managed to get things in place and really go forward with this, as it's going to be something special. Now, Avengers Endgame of course ended up with Thor going off with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and it looks like they're back here, as both Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pratt were spotted on set at the Centennial Park on Monday. The costumes have had some upgrades, and Thor is seen rocking a sleeveless red leather jacket and some amazing denim pants. He's got the braids back, he's trimmed his beard up, he's not looking as out of shape as he was in Avengers Endgame, and yeah, the guy's back and ready to bust heads. As for Star Lord, he's got a lot more plating on his jacket, and it really looks like they're taking these characters in a new direction. Now, something interesting that I haven't seen many people point out is that Thor is actually holding Stormbreaker, which will probably be making its return as his main weapon. However, I do kind of think that Beta Ray Bill may show up at some point in the film, and that he will give him that and keep the hammer for himself. However, that does kind of open up what's going to happen with Natalie Portman's character, as we do know from Comic-Con that she will actually be becoming Thor in this movie, and it'll be a sort of passing of the hammer to her. Whether that means that Thor doesn't have any weapons at all, or like I said, he gives Stormbreaker to Beta Ray Bill, or just keeps it for himself, we don't know, but yeah, it's just kind of my first reaction to these images, and I'm really excited for the movie. Another interesting thing about the first look is because the dreads have been changed back to the braids, we can see that single one that we know from the MCU has a bit of Loki's hair threaded through it. Loki of course died in Infinity War, but then in Avengers Endgame they created a branched reality in which he spun off into Disney+. We don't know exactly what's going to happen with that show or how it's going to be brought across, but I personally think that at the end of it he'll be ushered back into the main timeline and Thor will be like, "Oh man, I thought I lost you, but you're back." Great impressions as always, but this braiding does kind of show that he still holds the character very dear to his heart, and I think it would be amazing for him to lose his brother and then get reunited with him. Throughout Endgame, a lot of his depression stemmed from the fact that he not only lost his father, his mother, half his people, his home and his brother, but also the fact that he was the reason that half of all life in the universe got wiped out. So he's won that, he's finally shed the thing from his shoulders that was getting him down, he's back in shape, and this braid sort of signifies to me that his brother, he could return. I really hope he does, but of course we will find out. Now, though I haven't talked about this film in depth, we do know that Matt Damon, who cameoed in Thor Ragnarok, will be returning for this film, but whether he's a different character or not, we don't know yet. Personally, I think they might make him into a CGI creation or something. I'd love to see him as Beta Ray Bill, or, you know, they could just keep him as the actor that he appeared as. Now, why that situation is possible is because Sam Neill has also admitted that there's a good chance he's going to appear in it too, and we don't know what's been set in stone or not. Neil did say that the main problem was travelling between New Zealand and Australia, which was problematic for him at the moment, but they were trying to work things out, so fingers crossed they get something in place that is more than just a cameo. Now obviously I'd love to hear your thoughts on these first looks, whether you think the suit looks great or not. Personally, I absolutely love it, and I think they've done an amazing job of kind of tying Thor's colours into this brand new costume that looks very funky. Taika Waititi, of course, has his own style and really brings a lot of flair to the character, and I think this is just a great way to take him going forward. Obviously, he's not going to be wearing this forever, but, you know, it's nice to just see them change it up once in a while. Now, as mentioned earlier, we are doing a giveaway on the channel, and at the end of the month 3 of you will be winning a copy of the Marvel Phase 3 box set completely free. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, make sure you comment on the videos throughout the month, and then I'm going to pick them at random and then ship the sets out to you. The winners of our last month's competition are on screen now, so if that's you, then make sure you message me on Twitter and I'll get that over to you. Now, if you want something else to watch, make sure you check out our breakdown of Wandavision episode 4, which will be linked on screen right now. A lot more in depth than this video is. We're just going over all the Easter eggs, things you missed, and giving our theories for the show, so definitely check it out after this if you want something else to watch. With that out of the way, thank you for clicking this. I've been Paul, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.